What's going on, everybody? Blake here, Trade Tracer. As always, none of this is financial advice. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. We got the SPY pulled up here on a daily time frame, and as you can see, we are still in a primary uptrend. We do have the MACD rising at an aggressive angle, so we do have a lot of momentum. We are already tagging two of our bogeys from our last trigger long. Last trigger long for the S&P was above this 423.05, and you can see since then basically ripped 10 points plus. So looking very, very strong here. Already tagged our next three bogeys from this trigger. So what am I doing? I am staying long versus my stops. I do expect us to continue to move higher in this uptrend. The Nasdaq is leading. The Nasdaq as well has hit both of our bogeys. We are in a 20 plus day uptrend on the Nasdaq. So on the Nasdaq, we went into an uptrend back on June 4th. So pretty much for an entire month, we've been in an uptrend on the Nasdaq. Now on the weekly time frame, the higher time frames, I am extremely bullish. We finally got a MACD bullish crossover on the weekly time frame. So not only do we have momentum in our favor to the upside, but we also have price strength confirmation to the upside. And you can see this is just continuing to move higher. So what am I looking for this week? What am I looking to lead? Well, obviously I'm bullish on tech. And if you follow us on Twitter Spaces, we typically do them once every week. And we've been talking about some of these names that haven't done anything for quite some time, starting to look like they want to wake up. So Amazon is one of those names. I think Amazon could be a big leader to lead the NASDAQ higher. We pretty much haven't gone anywhere, just range bound since August of last year. So hasn't done too much, consolidated sideways. The bigger the base, the bigger the breakout. So anything above Friday's high on Amazon, I'd be interested to add long. We are already long from this trigger in here. Same thing with Apple. Apple is the same type of story. Hasn't done much for essentially a year as well. Now we're finally getting some momentum to the upside. We've been long since the 130 area, looking like it could be a potential add this week if we get above Friday's high. You can see some of our levels in here. I'm targeting this all-time high around 145. If we get there, I think we continue to push much, much higher. And one of the things that I like about Apple is it also looks very good on the weekly time frame. So you can see we've held the cloud support, and now we're finally getting the MACD bullish crossover, finally getting some momentum on the weekly time frame. So these are the types of names that I expect to lead. Netflix could be in that category as well. So Netflix is one of these names, once again, like these big mega tech names that hasn't done too much for almost a year. And, you know, with the NASDAQ moving higher, I'm expecting these mega cap tech names to wake up and to start to lead. So you can see we had a trigger on Netflix, I think above Friday's high. You could potentially add to that. Same thing with Tesla. Tesla is in an extended, basically a 7-day bull flag, and anything above 700. If you followed us once again, I said anything above 700, you can take this long. And you can see on Friday, the high that we put in was $700 to the penny. Once we hit that, we sold off the rest of the day, but I still do like this setup. This is a bull flag above a rising 10 and 50-day moving average. So I like these big cap mega tech names moving forward. So just to wrap up, S&P is in an uptrend, looking very strong. The Nasdaq is leading, been in an uptrend for a month, and if it wants to continue to go higher, going to need those big tech names to wake up, and I think they're primed to do so. We're going to touch on crypto really quickly here. So Bitcoin has held this very important 30,000 level. One of the things that I like to see is this MACD continuing to rise with price just kind of dribbling down. So this is bullish divergence. If we can break above, let's see, if we can break above, we'll call it 36,600. I think that could be a potential good entry for a swing long. Ideally, we need to get back above the 39,000 level and really back above this pivot here in order for me to feel really comfortable pressing long. Call it 41,500 on Bitcoin. Ethereum, similar story. You can go back in my Twitter feed and check. This is the year-to-date volume weighted average price, so the anchored VWAP from the start of the year. It's acted as support multiple times. And I mentioned in last week's video, if you wanted to try to buy the dip, I'm not a dip buyer, but if that suits your risk profile, anything in this area would have been a good buy. Breaking above the downtrend line and now back inside the cloud and confirming price strength above the June 29th high today. So it looks pretty good. If we can get back above the 2,500 pivot, I think we could easily make a move back up to 2,900. So I'm bullish crypto. I think it does have rules to trade swing long. So if it fits your risk profile, I have no issues with you taking a stab at that. So this week, once again, I'm going to be looking for tech to lead, and I'm going to be looking for those big mega cap tech names to really wake up and lead the charge. Hope this video was helpful. If you like it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and check out the links in the description for some free signals. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.